The human mechanics of performance is a framework that helps people operate more effectively under pressure, complexity, uncertainty, and emotion. Built on a single governing principle that underlying conditions create behaviours that show up as performance, and that leadership and relationships are all downstream outcomes of the internal conditions from which people operate. When these conditions are secure, stable and aligned, people make better decisions. They see situations more clearly, they communicate more effectively, and they perform more consistently under pressure. However, the human mechanics of performance is not simply a workplace performance model, nor is it a traditional self-help framework. Rather, it is an overarching system for understanding how human beings think, behave, and perform. And whilst the environment may change, the underlying mechanics remain the same. So how does it work? At the centre of the framework sits the identity layer. The identity layer defines who you are. The identity layer shapes how you show up, what you do, how you do it, and what people see from you. This layer consists of 5 elements: self-respect, self-awareness, connections, health and energy, and meaning and belief. Outside of this sits the interpretation layer. Think of this as the lens through which you view your world. The interpretation layer shapes how people interpret reality, process pressure, and deal with uncertainty. This layer consists of 2 elements: our cognitive framing and our belief systems. You see, under pressure, people default to learned behaviours and patterns, or what I describe as the viewing of current events through old eyes. The truth is, we never respond to what's happening to us. We're responding to an interpretation of what is happening, which is why introducing stability and removing distortion here creates clarity and informs better decision making. And on the edges sits the control system layer. This is the protection layer. This is the layer that fortifies you against the storms of business and storms of life. This layer consists of 4 walls: boundaries, perspective and gratitude, curiosity and learning, and my favourite, more tonic, less toxic. Most people and organisations spend their time trying to fix performance at the surface layer through motivation, process, policy, and incentives, all without understanding what's actually driving performance. Because performance is not random. Neither is burnout, poor decision-making, or reactive behaviours. These things are all downstream outcomes of the internal conditions from which people operate. And when we learn how to strengthen and stabilise those internal conditions, the way we operate and show up starts to change. We think more clearly, we respond instead of reacting, we recover faster after failure, and we communicate better. But most importantly, we build stronger relationships that deliver better outcomes and operate better under pressure. The quality of our performance and the quality of our lives are driven by the quality of the systems operating within us. And when we get that right, we get the performance and human experience we want.